The biggest reason why marketing budget goes down the drain when you build a new website for your company. Hey marketing leader, today I'm bringing you an outtake from a webinar that Thomas did at Buckinghamshire New University with John Jackson. They've tackled a lot of website projects, and one of them was the common reason why marketing budget goes down the drain when you make a decision to build a new website. Let's find out what it is.
Like, how important is it to understand the goal of your website, new website, or even if, deciding whether you do need a new website?
I think it's one or if not the most important part of a website build, and that's usually where any inquiries that we get for our services sort of fall off because people don't have that clear goal and we can't help them. And I will only engage in a project if I know we can actually help. If you ask me what are the questions, maybe not questions, the reasons why people change their website and therefore the inquiries that we get is, for example, that it looks old. That's not the goal. Or it just doesn't represent our values. I mean, okay, I can see why this is important, but again, that's not bringing you money. So anything around brand awareness is not really for us to engage with you, to help you out. The goals that we really thrive on are, I guess, sales. I mean, that everybody's in it to generate revenue and profit, etc. That's fine. But there are different approaches to it. So for example, increased page retention time, that's very tangible and we can actually measure it. Can be increased conversion rate on the book a demo page, or can be even something like make people understand what we do. That is a goal as well. And I think I would say roughly about 80% of inquiries that we get are around that. Like, the people just can't explain themselves, what they do. And that all comes down to what? Copy. People think they need a new website, and it's great to renew a website. But if you think about big boys like Amazon, Dropbox, they don't replace their websites. They just improve it, reiterate it, they change it. Like, I mean, yes, I can still remember Amazon's website from 2000 and today it's different, but it's not like completely different. You can still see the old Amazon in it. Yeah. And that's what we usually recommend with people that struggle with copy, getting that messaging across. Is just improve on what you have, because you might not need to build it all again. It's really not the point.
It's the danger of focusing on thinking you need a new shiny design when actually that isn't the problem. If you put the old content into a new design, it won't solve anything. It might even make things worse.
True. And those new website builds, often they're not data driven. They're intuition driven and bias driven. And that's really bad. If you are really bent on building a new website, use your existing website data as some kind of framework for the new website. Otherwise, you're just shooting in the dark, and you might win, but you might lose as well. So
and more than likely, you probably won't know.
You probably,
because if you haven't got the data. So I think that's a really important point. So really practical bit of advice is understanding what your current website is doing in terms of traffic, retention. Are you generating leads? Like, how many? Where are they coming from? And if you don't know any of that, then there's ways that you can get tracking put in place, right?
Absolutely.
On the current website. And that sort of data is invaluable when it comes to actually figuring out, well, if our conversion rate for visitors to generating new leads is 1%, I guess this is where, NerdCow comes in. Well, look, let's embark on a project to get that up to 2%. And if that's a multi-million sort of pound company, you've doubled the number of inquiries, which potentially will double the number of sales that come from that. And that's kind of when it's interesting, right? And that's where it's worth investing, because otherwise, why are you doing it? I want a new website because I want a new website.
Yeah. Or one lead said to me that they want a new website because operations director said so. Yeah. I mean, I can't work with that.
Yeah.
Really.
Well, there you have it. Maybe one of your projects went wrong in the past and you were curious why. Maybe that's an answer, maybe not. Maybe that's a lesson for the future, so you avoid approaching a web agency without a clear goal that they can actually execute on. And since that was only an outtake from the webinar, please let me know in the comments below if you'd like to see the whole thing. I will send you a link, you can download it for free and get even more website tips from Thomas and John. See you in the next one.